You have just 5 more days to vote early in the primary election. Lubbock County continues to see high turnout. 995 people voted today, bringing the early voting total to 12,572 so far. Polls will reopen at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. The last day to vote early is Friday the 27th. Senate hopeful James Talarico made a campaign stop here in Lubbock today. He's on the Democratic ballot, facing Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett in the primary. Talarico is a Presbyterian seminarian, a former public school teacher, and the state representative for Austin. He says he's fighting for cost of living, public education, and health care. The biggest thing he says he's fighting for, though, is the everyday Texan. He says it's not about left versus right. It's about supporting people and stopping billionaires.
Well, I want to be a senator for all 30 million Texans, whether they're Democrats, Independents, or Republicans, because the real fight in this country is actually not left versus right. It's top versus bottom. It's billionaires who are robbing us blind. They are closing public schools all across the Panhandle. They are gutting our health care, closing rural hospitals all over rural Texas. And they are raising taxes on working people while they cut taxes for themselves. So we need a senator who's going to bring Democrats and Republicans together to fight those billionaires who run this country. That's the kind of senator I want to be.
His primary competitor, Congresswoman Crockett, is making a campaign stop in Lubbock tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at both of their campaigns later this week.